We keep saying critical thinking, but the big question is, are we as a country really moving towards critical thinking?
In our country's education, the curriculum changes are becoming frequent. The narrative of the history chapters is changing faster than ever, all with the political winds. For example, there is now this refreshed emphasis on religious history. Another example is, while on one side Mughal narratives seem to be shrinking, the Maratha narrative seems to be expanding. Alongside, the ancient India all of a sudden is being celebrated with all new fervor and pride, and not to forget the increasing inclusion of soldier biographies to celebrate the idea of sacrifice and be ready to war mindset. Can critical thinking truly survive in such a climate?
So, what was this recent case where Supreme Court took suo motu against NCERT textbooks?
So apparently in grade 8 civics lesson, there was a reference to corruption in the judiciary. Now that raised some ears, and Supreme Court took suo motu cognizance, which means it initiated the proceedings on its own without even a need of anybody's filing petition. After all, disparaging a key constitutional organ, such as judiciary, is seen as a criminal offense. And so NCERT has issued an apology, and those specific grade 8 NCERT books have been banned, and the publishers and stationery shops have been strictly told to return the lots.
So, would it be right to say that legally the case has been settled, but intellectually it still remains unsettled?
Yes, because it does raise a big question that are our institutions growing all the more sensitive all of a sudden to scrutiny? And if yes, then are we really teaching critical thinking or cautionary thinking?
Sometimes I wonder, why is education suddenly becoming a political arena?
Because education travels fast. One textbook change reaches millions of students, their teachers, their families. It has the power to shift the dinner table conversations. It can bring home the dialogue that maybe the government wants. So in a way, it can dramatically table turn the entire outlook of the country way quicker than any of those media campaigns can ever accomplish. So education indeed is politically powerful.
In a country like ours, where on the name of caste system or ethnic background or rich versus poor gap, racism and apartheid has always existed, even before these terms became popular, critical thinking is anyway required more than ever to stretch out that narrow-mindedness.
Oh yes, but critical thinking means a student's ability to separate fact from interpretation, to examine multiple perspectives, to identify the missing voices. But if our textbooks carry that singular narrative, that bias, that prejudice, that stereotypical presentation of facts, the thinking is clearly becoming narrower and not broader.
So what should change?
I think the ideology and objectives by which these curriculum revisions are being done, they need to change first, but then that's an all-new discussion. For more education and parenting insights, follow us. All the best.
All the best.